everyone, welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is Banshee, and I'm here with my Material Matters segment, your weekly keys to success in business, education, and finance. And because it's still Super Tarot Love Month, we are still doing cards for the collective from some of the love decks I have. And this one is called the Universal Love Deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. So let's see what we get. This is for everybody to keep in mind for the week ahead. Hope everybody's been catching our special little things we've been doing. Our poems twice weekly that we've been posting, little mini videos on Facebook and Twitter. And our past life pop-up, all kinds of fun stuff. More to come. Got one more week left. Ooh. Soulmate. A beautiful card. Love is the universal energy that fills creation. This energy is alive and intelligent. Love has heard your call. You will soon connect with your soulmate. Focus your attention on love. Spend some time each day imagining yourself together with your soulmate. See the future filled with happiness and love. If you are already with your soulmate, the message here is to always value and be grateful for your relationship. Relationships, like everything else, need constant nurturing, care, and attention. Your relationship will continue to grow and strengthen, provided it is nurtured. And this is a good reminder for us in the material realm that, both sides of our life matter. Don't shortchange one for the other. Okay. Nice message. So we've got a little activity astrologically this week. The good news is, hey, it's still in the shadow period, but Mercury is now direct. Hopefully you're feeling it. I'm feeling it a little bit today myself. So it went direct on Saturday. This reading is for the week of February 21 through 27. The moon on the 21st today is going from Gemini to Cancer, and then it's going to be traveling through to Virgo on the 27th, and the 27th is full moon in Virgo. The other thing of note for the week ahead is Venus is going into the sign of Pisces on the 25th of February. So that's what's going on astrologically, and we're going to get started with our readings with the elemental signs of the Zodiac, with the air signs. Sorry, a little tongue-tied today. Okay, air signs: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is for you. Your focus for the week ahead, air signs. Ooh. Oh, I see I left my soulmate card up. I'm good at doing that. Is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is your focus for the week ahead. And so, wow, seems like some things are coming home to roost. Maybe some decisions you've made, some moves, some particular actions, hopefully, they were done with right thinking and with everything in mind, keeping everything fair and in everybody's interests, because what you sow you reap. And if you've been unfair to people, if you've been underhanded, some of that could come back to haunt you. But technically, I think this is a good card that is saying that your focus is on, hey, what you've gotten back, what you are getting in return for everything you have put out there. It's time for things to start coming home. How best can you prepare for that focus? Well, guess what, air signs? You can prepare for maybe a victory, maybe a move forward. Maybe what this is saying is you realize you have put your best efforts out there, and now you're waiting for some rewards to come through. And, maybe you're visualizing and thinking about what it is, you're going to do once you receive those rewards. It looks as though this is very positive, backing up Judgment here. I like the looks of this. Well, what about people this week? Will they be helpful, hurtful, cooperative, or not? We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. That kind of indicates to me there could be some issues, with people that you work with financially, or, in the workplace even. It seems like some of the happy team atmosphere is not there. People might be looking out for their own interests and trying to grab the credit or, maybe the rewards for themselves. So I'd be a little cautious working with others this week and try to get everybody to recognize, we're all in this together, and, we need to share the wealth. And ultimately, will there be forward or backward or movement or no movement at all for air signs? This week ahead, it's interesting. You've got two major arcana here. Here's the moon at the end, one in the beginning and one at the end. And the moon reversed indicates to me that, by week's end, things are going to be revealed to you. Some things that you needed to know. You may not move forward, you may not move backwards, but I feel that you're going to find out something that's really critical to your advancement in some area materially for you. Now, let's try to put this all together, because I may be seeing something here. So, air signs, we start off with Judgment as the focus, and let's throw that how you prepare for the focus, that Ace of Swords, in with it here. I feel that, you realize you've put out your best efforts. You're doing everything you can to try to advance, either financially or, getting work out, whatever the case may be. You are doing everything you can. Maybe it's a matter of keeping your business afloat in COVID here, and you are expecting some good returns on this, some victory to be achieved, and you've been working hard towards that. You have been working towards ultimately a good outcome. Yet people around you may not have that same fervor about it. They may have more their self-interests in mind, and there might be some haggling back and forth, some quibbling about, maybe work being foisted on them that they didn't want to do, or they don't feel they need to do it this time. It could be bad financial decisions, where they're looking out more for their own benefits and not for the benefits or the greater good of all. And ultimately, I think this is going to be a learning experience for you by weekend, air signs. I feel that you're going to realize that, hey, you've learned a lot about people in this week ahead. And also maybe you've learned a little bit about what it takes to, get that victory that you are going to. I feel like there is possibilities for some advancement here, but there's kind of a push-pull going on here between you and some outside forces, I think. So, good luck, air signs. Seems like a little bit of a juggling act this week. A little bit of up and down. Hey, my fellow fire signs. We are up. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is for you. Let's hope the financial fires are burning hot. It's getting close to our season, fire signs, at least us Aries folks. Okay, fire, your focus for the week ahead. Oh my goodness. Well, we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is reversed. And the Knight of Wands reversed is kind of like we're expecting delays, the focus this week on what is wrong. Why aren't things happening fast enough? We fire signs, we like to get things moving and keep things flowing. And the Knight of Wands, which is fire element, is reversed. So it's kind of like there's delays. And I think you're going to be working hard on trying to figure out exactly why. What's happening? What's slowing things down? So best you can prepare for that focus in the week ahead. The Eight of Swords is upright. And I think that the Eight of Swords is trying to tell us fire signs that we could be the problem. We could be the problem in delaying things because we are hesitating. We are hesitating to make a move of some sort or to free ourselves from, something that is restricting us. Whether it is loosening up the purse strings a little bit and investing, moving money somewhere, we're hesitating and we're fearing something. And really, we hold the key here. We could choose to not do that. We could choose to make some moves forward. Well, let's take a look and see if that seems practical as we're going forward here. Yeah, let's look at this because people around you, they're ready to say, hey, it's time to take a risk. It's time to shake things up a bit. It's time to do things a little bit differently, unorthodox maybe, and move forward, without fear. In other words, this almost seems like the diametric opposite of this, where you want to be holding back fire signs. Your people around you are like, all systems go. Let's go. Let's take a chance. We're in. And so by week's end, where will you be? What will be going on? Will there be forward or backward movement? We have the Eight of Cups upright. Wait, I'm sorry. Did I say 8? I meant 7. 7 of Cups upright. And I thought so because I was looking at that and thinking, well, by week's end, you're looking at your options. You're exploring all of your options still. There's many things that you really want to do, and I think it's starting to confuse you a little bit, And so it seems as though maybe that's part of the hesitation process here. You're just not sure what the best move is to make. So let's recap this and take a look at this whole thing here. The Knight of Wands reversed as the focus indicates just an inability, delays and setbacks towards your goals. And ultimately, I feel that the problem is you because you're not really willing to make any moves at this time. You're hesitating. You're worried. You have worries or fears, without even making any decision or choice. It's almost as if you're giving up before you even try something new. It's kind of like, I'm just going to sit back here and let things happen around me a while. I'm not going to take a part in this. Whereas everybody around you is trying to get you to make some moves. It's time to take some risks. It's time to move your money. Maybe some financial advisors are trying to get you to move some stocks around. And ultimately, maybe you feel like you're overwhelmed with the amount of choices and decisions that you have to make right now. So it might be at the end of the day, at the end of the week, I think we can hear our cat in the background here. My producer is going to check and see what the trauma is. Just crying. So I guess ultimately at the end here, you're just going to lay back. Maybe it's best that you do. If you're that confused, maybe it's time to take stock, calm down a little bit, and make some practical choices. Look at the options that are before you, and maybe it's time to do something. Maybe it's time to take a risk, but let's be sure that they're grounded in some reality, and they're not totally pie in the sky. So interesting week for you guys, you fire signs. Good luck with that. And I'll be right with you there. Well, okay, water signs. I don't want to rain on your parade. Let's hope we get a good reading for you for this week ahead. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, this is for you. Okay. Wow. Okay, water signs. I wanted to give you something good, and look what you've got. You've got the Nine of Cups upright. Awesome. So your focus this week is on attainment, achieving the things that you've desired, really going for your cherished ambitions and dreams. How can you prepare for that focus? Another interesting card, we have the Seven of Wands here. Well, if you look at that card, it looks like, you got to fight for it. Sure, you got to fight for it, but I think what this means is you got to make sure that, you have everything in place to succeed, that you are prepared, that you have the upper hand in this, that you are in control, and you're able to hold back, things that could get in your way and interfere with progress. So what about people this week? Will they be helpful? Will they be cooperative? I think the people around you are ready to get up and go. They're ready to support you in any new projects that you start in particular. They're kind of done with things that just haven't been working. They want something that's going to really spring them forward now. They want something that's really going to lead them to something satisfying. Wow. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you guys this week? Well, surprise, surprise, you are joining your fellow fire signs with the Seven of Cups. Same position. Upright. And so I think by week's end, it's kind of like, well, I'm going to take a little bit of a different spin on this than I did with the fire signs, just looking at all of this and where it's leading. I feel that, the sky's the limit for you guys. What is it you want? Because ultimately, I think you're going to achieve it. So let's talk about this. Let's go back and look. You're starting off with your focus on attainment and goal accomplishment. It's almost as if you see it coming in, and you're pretty happy. And right now, I think you realize it's because you really have put everything in place that you need to succeed, that you have eliminated opposition, you have eliminated the obstacles in your path, you've dotted every T and I, and you are ready to move in the appropriate direction towards your goals. And people around you, they support it. They support anything that is going to bring in some new growth, some excitement, and some happiness and fulfillment. And ultimately, by week's end, it's kind of like, well, what is it you want? Because it's out there for the taking. You just have to decide where you're going to put those eggs. Is it going to be in one basket? Is it going to be in several baskets? It's up to you. I like this reading for the water signs. Good luck with that. Well, I just want to remind everybody, Mr. O has an interesting program every Wednesdays, Goth Tarot. Do join him for that. It's getting quite popular. And it's a little bit of shadow work. So we're going into our earth signs now. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This is for you. Let's see if you can move some material mountains this week, eh? Your focus for the week ahead is the Ten of Cups reversed. Well, so there's a little bit of trouble in paradise. I think you're focusing on maybe some turmoil in the workplace, maybe some turmoil among partners or associates. Not people are not happy, and we have to get to the bottom of why. If you're going to work together and succeed, everybody's got to be cooperative and on the same page. And the Ten of Cups reverse doesn't seem to indicate that. There's trouble there brewing. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, clearly the Four of Cups is upright, saying that you need to step back a little bit, maybe slow it down and start thinking about what's wrong, and how to approach this with others. Do you need to have a conference? Do you need to have a meeting? Does everybody have to kind of have a grievance meeting to just lay all their cards out on the table? So I think you're going to be sitting back and thinking how best to handle the situation. What about people this week? Will they be helpful, hurtful, cooperative, or not? Well, we have the Ace of Swords there, and I feel that the Ace of Swords is indicating that, working with people could be very productive if you can make it happen. Obviously, we're not off to a great start here, but I do think there could be a victory claimed if you guys can work out what is wrong. I feel that may be the key to success and a victory this week, is how you resolve this problem with others and how you can establish better communications, the beginning of better communications with others. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you Earth signs this week? And it's very interesting to me that we started with the Ten of Cups reversed this week, and we are ending with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, 2 tens. So it seems materially there may be some setbacks. And again, it looks to me like it might involve, how you are working with others, how you are working, with others financially, materially, in the workplace. Let's look at this in more detail here, because the Ten of Cups upright, as the focus indicates, there are issues or signs. There's trouble in your dealings with others, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's at school, whether it's with advisors, and people who are in partnerships, I feel in particular, might be feeling this strain. Maybe, I'm also thinking in terms of corporate boards or governing boards and things like that. There's conflict and there's disagreement right now, and you have to get on the same page and you have to figure out what's wrong. That's what the Four of Cups is saying. Take a few steps back, slow down. Rome wasn't built in a day, and maybe returns are not just meant to happen this week. Maybe it's more important to work on process, communication skills, and how you are really working with others, to get ahead. And I think right there, it says it all with the Ace of Swords there. Victory can be achieved if you can establish clearer lines of communication, where you're reasoning out of logic and not out of emotion. I feel that would be the most appropriate. It would lead you to success and victory. But ultimately, by week's end, you are just not there this time, Earth signs. It seems like you are still trying to work things out, and that there's really no gain. There is a potential for loss, but I feel what may get lost here is, you may lose some people in the process of trying to work the situation out if you're not careful. Some people, if you're a supervisor or boss, some people might quit on you. It could be that you decide to sever ties with people you're working with financially or in business partnerships with. So be aware, that you could possibly get there, but you're really going to have to try to get emotions tempered. And that's what I have for you guys this week. And also at this point, I always remind everybody to watch Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges program every Friday, which gives you the emotional side of life. And, you know, especially since I brought up emotions here in the Earth Signs reading, oftentimes what happens in one area of our lives bleeds over into the other. So hopefully, you know, it does seem like it's kind of a rocky week for most of us. I think the water signs are getting the better deal this week. Everybody just hang in there. It's just a week in time. We'll get through this. Mercury is direct. Keep that focus in mind. And stay safe, everybody. And I hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.